So I showed you how to make pasta. This pasta has rested since yesterday. This is day 2. And now I'm gonna roll it. Palina will roll it, and I'll show you how to prepare it for rolling. And basically make a long sausage, not super long, but just roll it up a little bit. This is marble countertop, so it's easy to roll even without flour. But we will need flour for the sheets, and we'll flour the surface. But for now, I don't want to overuse flour. So what I'm going to do is roll it like such. And we will be rolling these sheets in this machine. We'll show you the machine. These machines are wonderful. Polichka showed them the machine.
I did.
You did. So we already set this up to roll the sheets. It's very simple. You attach it to your countertop. And see, it has, you can even do noodles. I haven't quite figured out how to do noodles. It gets stuck there. I'm not very machine friendly. All kinds of machine. I'm not very technology friendly. But once you roll out nice thin sheets, you can slice it like I told you. You can slice it into thicker pasta, thin noodles, as long as you would like. And cook it. The fresh pasta takes 2 or 3 minutes to cook. It's delicious just with butter and cheese. It needs nothing, and it's not that much work. It took me 8 minutes to do the dough, and I think Palina, how quickly you do the?
I don't know, like 5 minutes.
Probably
maybe
longer
10.
than that.
Probably like 10.
And we're gonna make more than I'm gonna use because this is such a awesome. You don't want to pots with this every time you want fresh pasta. It's just too much work. So we will freeze them, and they're just as good frozen. So flatten these up so they get into the machine easy. And we're gonna have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 sheets. And Paula will be putting them through the machine. She'll show you. We go thin, we go on this particular machine, we go with 6. We'll go to 6.
I think 6, yeah.
You can even go thinner if you want. But that's pretty thin in our book. And we'll show you how to assemble lasagna in our next video. So I made these little rolls. They don't have to be perfect, any kind of, but don't make them round because the machine is narrow, and you rather have them elongated like this, oval, than round. And I had similar machine growing up, and we rolled pasta often. My mom just made pasta very quickly, and my grandma, I don't think she ever used the box pasta. I don't think they have it growing up. So she only knew to make her own. And any chicken noodle soup would have her own pasta in it. And it was delightful. And it wasn't about precision. She had fresh eggs because she had chickens. And it was so quick for her. Boom, boom. And it was part of making this soup. And I know my mom was telling me stories growing up. She was a finicky eater, and Grandma Palina, and my daughters named after her, would make her pasta with just fried onions in the butter, and that was her favorite dish. There was no cheese, Parmesan cheese to sprinkle, just fried onions and some pasta. And I tried it once. So now we prepared these. I'm gonna get the surface ready for Palina to start rolling the sheets, and we're gonna hang them everywhere to dry for a little bit, but we'll show you how to do it.
Okay. So I set the machine. I'll start a new one. I set the machine to the first one because 0 is just too wide. And I feed it through. And I crank the machine. And then I just keep moving up to each number.
What's the secret? Tell them the secret, because you can't.
The secret is to go slow, but don't skip numbers, because then the pasta will come out really ugly. So if you skip a number,
it will thin in some places.
It'll be like
uneven.
Yeah, really uneven. And you have to make sure that the pasta doesn't like bunch up on the sides, because then it'll be.
Should you help pasta? Should you ever pull pasta?
No. You have to guide it through the machine.
Guide it, but never pull the pasta, because you're gonna cause problem.
So now this is our last number. Number 6 is what we usually end on.
Show them the thickness of it.
It should be not see-through.
Show the sides. Show them the side.
Not completely opaque.
Yeah, see, it's very thin.
You can see my hands through it, but
it's gonna make a nice noodle. It's not too thick. We don't like thick pasta from the store. So, and then Paulina will continue doing this, and you have to flour the surface, and you cannot put them on top of each other. They glue. It's gluten. They will glue, and that will be a hot mess.
Hot mess, not a mess.
Hot mess. Mess. You're right, hot mess. So it took Paula 1.5 minutes to do one sheet. It will take her about 15 minutes to do all of these, and I will save half and use half for lasagna. And if I didn't want to, I can cut them into, and it's good to flour, because then they are not sticky. Don't be generous with the flour, because you don't want this to stick. And they have to dry up a little bit before you cook them. My grandma always dried it up on the surface like this for a couple minutes. She would just fold this. If you were to make it into the noodle, roll it up and take a knife and go boom, 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 and then flip it and let it just rest and dry for a couple minutes. Дочка, это уже готово?
Yeah.
Yeah? Можно еще тоньше еще раз раскатать. You can do all 11 on one. Let's say everybody goes through one. We've done that way too, right, Paul?
What?
You can send everybody through number 1, then number 2, then number 3, or you can go through one sheet, finish one sheet, and
okay, well, like this one's on 6.
This is on thick.
6.
So see, it is beautiful. We'll show you how to assemble lasagnas out of these.
Please leave me alone.
And here's Rosa, and she's always in the business. So it's not that complicated. And I'll show you when it's all done, so you see how it all looks. All right, so there is all the pasta. Look at this girl. Look at this girl. She made all of this pasta, and this is easily 2, depending on the size of lasagnas, even 3 if you want to make smaller ones. And I will be making a medium-sized lasagna, and I'll show you how it goes. It's super easy. Thank you, Polechka.